What is Islamic credit card? Islamic credit card is the one of the alternative banking product offered by Islamic financial institution to replace the conventional credit card. Islamic credit card is an instrument that meets with the three principles of Islamic ideology. Firstly, the credit facility must meet the Sharia requirements on borrowing, which differ from area to the area. Besides, it must avoid three necessary provisions in Islamic finance, which are riba, gharar, and maisir. Secondly, an Islamic credit card must be acknowledged widely. The card should allow international withdrawals like MasterCard or Visa card. Thirdly, the Islamic credit card should not practice haram or encourage behavior that is considered unlawful, including all manners of prohibited practices and transactions of an inappropriate nature. Now we go to the concept of Ujrah. According to the Securities Commission, Ujrah can be defined as the financial charge for the utilization of services of manfaat. The Ujrah basic credit card was structured based on Sharia rules in which no additional interest or cost plus was charged to the client. The main feature that makes Ujrah basic credit card differ from conventional credit card is the fixed fee charge. It means only fixed fee will be charged to the customer or the cardholder. Generally, Ujrah basic credit card can be categorized as the easiest form out of the other structure currently used in Islamic banking product. Under the concept, the Islamic bank will guarantee the credit purchased by the customer. Therefore, the Islamic bank has the right to charge an amount as a reward for the service offered. The Islamic bank is relied on the management fees or other services charged, such as annual fees and fixed management fees as their main income.
Okay, so next I will briefly describe the various types of Al-Ikhwan Islamic cards offered by Maybank Islamic. Okay, so firstly is Maybank Islamic Mastercard Ikhwan, which is it consists of two card I, the gold and the platinum card I. Second is Maybank Islamic Petronas Ikhwan Visa. It consists of two also, gold and platinum card I. And the third one is Maybank Islamic Ikhwan American Express Platinum card I. And the fourth is Maybank Islamic World Mastercard Ikhwan card I. And the last one is Maybank Islamic Ikhwan Visa Infinite card I. Therefore, what are the features, the services, and the benefits of these Al-Ikhwan Islamic card? I will describe briefly in more depth on the following slide. Okay, so next we will be discuss on service and benefits of Islamic Ikhwan card I. Okay, so firstly, it is based on card, which is, as we know, it is a loan, which card refers to a contract of lending money, and it is a loan which returned at the end of the period, agreed period, without any interest or any charges or share of the profit or loss of the borrower. Okay, next is Ibrah or rebate, where it refers to an act by a person relinquishing his right to collect the payment due from another person. And if the settlement is made earlier than the given deadline, then there is a rebate or a discount that he or she will be received. Next is card limit. The card limit where the card has a credit limit in a day that can be used. For example, we are not allowed to use the card more than the amount that we have been set or we have been determined. For example, for instance, I preset for 5,000 in a day for my personal usage. So that is my credit limit. And if you wish to use more than the credit limit that has been determined, the amount that has been determined, then you can request the amount on the credit limit to be higher and have to provide the 3 months your latest 3 months salary or your latest income statement for them to approve. Okay, so next is reward points. So firstly is Islamic Mastercard Ikhwan Gold and Platinum card. So what is the treat point or membership will earn the reward points? Okay, so they will be receive RM1 ringgit for 1 treat points for all spend, which you can go buy groceries at Tesco or Aeon, or shopping at the mall or buys online also, and you can get RM1 ringgit treat points for all spends. And you can also pay for education, insurance, petrol station, any petrol stations, and so on. Okay, next is Maybank Islamic Petronas Ikhwan Visa Gold. Okay, so what is the treat points that you will be receive if you choose this Maybank Islamic Petronas Ikhwan Visa Gold? Okay, so you will be receive RM1 ringgit for 1 treat points for all retail transaction except government bodies and petrol station. Government bodies such as if you pay for LHDN or KWSP or any government bodies, and also the any petrol station, it cannot be accepted, cannot be used in government bodies and also in petrol station. And lastly is Maybank Islamic Ikhwan American Express Platinum Card I. So what you will be receive if you choose this Maybank Islamic Ikhwan American Express Platinum Card I? Okay, so you will be receive RM1 ringgit for 2 trip points for all spend, which you can be use the card to buy groceries or shopping at the mall, or even go buy shopping or anything for yourself online or offline, and you will be receive RM 1 ringgit for 2 trip points. Okay, so next is cashback. So the first one is Maybank Islamic Mastercard Ikhwan Gold and Platinum Card I. So how many cashback rate that they will be received? They will be received only 5% on petrol station and groceries on Friday and Saturday only. Okay, so the second one is Maybank Islamic Petronas Ikhwan Visa Gold and Platinum. They will be receive only 8% cashback, which is much more higher than Maybank Islamic Mastercard Ikhwan Gold and Platinum. Where Maybank Islamic Petronas Ikhwan Visa Gold and Platinum, they receive 8% cashback for spending at the Petronas on Saturday and Sunday, which is on weekends only. And on Monday to Friday, they will be receive only 1% cashback for spending at the Petronas station. And keeping for month, depending on their own spending, customer can get up to RM50 in cashback, 50 ringgit in cashback. Okay, lastly is card features. So the first one is Maybank Islamic Mastercard Ikhwan Gold and Platinum Card I. So what are the card benefits of this Maybank Islamic Mastercard Ikhwan Gold and Platinum Card I? So what makes this is more fascinating and so unique is each of the contribution of 0.1% of each of the purchase made for the charitable purposes. And what makes this card is so unique and fascinating is that it includes a weekly Umrah winner for Muslims and a vacation package for non-Muslim too. The second one is Maybank Islamic Petronas Ikhwan Visa Gold and Platinum Card I. So the card benefit is free subscription fee for Maybank Touch and Go Zing card. Touch and Go Zing card is auto deduct from our credit card. And we can also enjoy Mesra points at all Petronas station, where we can redeem the points in the Mesra rewards portal, such as redeem the T-Life vouchers, the TGV movies, and Baskin Robbins vouchers, and many more. And lastly is Maybank Islamic Ikhwan American Express Platinum Card I. The card benefit is free subscription fee for Maybank Touch and Go Zing card.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I will be presenting on the fees and charges under the Maybank Islamic Ikhwan Cards I. Maybank Islamic, as the issuer of the card, shall be entitled to charge the management fee under the Sharia contract of Ujrah in exchange for all the services and benefits which are made available to the cardholders and the customer. So first is the annual fees. For the annual fees, under the Maybank Islamic Ikhwan Cards I are free for life for both principal and the supplemental cards. Second is the fixed management fee. The fixed management fee are imposed based on the card's type. So first, for the gold card is capped at 7,500 ringgit. Second, for the platinum card is capped at the 15,000 ringgit. Third, for the effective management fee, and the effective management fee imposed by Maybank Islamic, there are various effective management fee based on the prompt payment made by the customer for the last 12 months. So the less prompt payment made by the customer, the higher the effective management fee imposed by Maybank Islamic. So if the customer want to enjoy the lower effective management fee, they shall be made at least 10 prompt payment over the last 12 months. So next is the effective cash advance management fee. What is this fee? This fee is imposed when the customer is using the cash withdrawal services by Maybank Islamic. So the fees is one-time service fee of 5% from the advance amount or a minimum of 18 ringgit per transaction, whichever is higher. And last but not least is the late payment charges. The late payment charges under Maybank Islamic Ikhwan Cards I is only 1% of the unpaid outstanding balance, subject to a minimum of 10 ringgit, whichever is higher, up to a maximum of 100 ringgit only. So now I will share what is the difference between fixed management fee, the effective management fee, and the effective cash advance management fee. So first, the amount of the fixed management fee shall operate as a capping for the effective management fee and the effective cash advance management fee chargeable. In the event the accrued EMF and or ECAMF exceeds the calculated amount of the fixed management fee, Maybank Islamic will only charge the effective and the effective cash advance up to the fixed management fee amount only. So I can say that this is the if I can share the comparison between the credit cards I and the Islamic financing, the fixed management fee is like the ceiling profit rate in the Islamic financing, while the effective management fee and the effective cash advance management fee is like the effective profit rate in the Islamic financing. Second, Maybank Islamic may at their discretion at any time and from time to time give the customer a rebate or Ibrah, the amount of which will be determined at our discretion. Hence, without prejudice, the amount of the rebate or Ibrah, if granted, may be determined on the difference between the fixed management fee and the EMF and or the effective cash advance at the relevant statement date when the effective management fee or the effective cash advance on the current balance is less than the fixed management fee.
Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ibrahim. Today I would like to present to you our video presentation. We are group 4. Our group is Nusir, Narisa, Isa, Umaira, and for me, Muhammad Ibrahim. So today I'm going to present the difference between conventional and Islamic credit card. So first of all, we talk about conventional credit card. So conventional credit card is a plastic money that offers the cardholder's credit privilege. So this card offers the banker or the cardholders. They give their customers to buy some things, to buy goods and services, and to buy just everything they need. So credit cards are sometimes required for online transactions such as hotel reservation, and also it's accepted by the all merchandise, both domestically and international, who are branded with the MasterCard or Visa card. Credit card is defined in these three points. Credit card is revolving credit instrument for which users determine the credit limit. Also, the credit card users are allowed to pay for purchase of goods and services, withdraw cash up to the credit limit. Number 3, when buying goods or service, the cardholder has grace period during which or she or he is not charged for the balance. For the late payment, the cardholder is charged the interest for the life of the credit card withdrawal, so there is no period limit. Here we talk about Islamic credit card. They are same according to the international definitions, but they are different some rules because Islamic credit cards complies Sharia law or the principle of Islam. So here we talk about what are the difference from the conventional. So it is same as the standard credit card in terms of the what it is and what it does. The only difference is credit card is tied in credit, and there are basic rules that must be followed when making Islamic credit card. So the Islamic credit card must be afforded with the Islamic credit card for riba, because when the people use Islamic credit card, they have to avoid the riba and harar. Also, and Allah tell us Surah Al-Baqarah to avoid riba for trading and for bidding for everything that is opposite for our Islam. Also, it is unlawful to draw with the money and the advance from the credit card since the interest charge. So if the extra interest is left for the making delay in the payment. So that's the end for me. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you, Brother Muhammad, for your explanation earlier. So today, now I will continue our presentation with the Maybank Islamic Ikhwan card flow. So how does it flow actually from the customer to the bank and to the merchant, okay, or to the shops? So basically, there is 4 steps. Okay, there is only 4 steps from the customer for this mechanism to work. Okay, from the customer to the bank, from the bank to the Islamic credit card account merchant, then from the customer to the merchant, and from the customer to the bank. What's the explanation behind all those numbers, behind all those activities? So we will move to the next slide. Let's go. So we can say from the first on the first number is where customer go to the bank. So of course, first and foremost, if we want to create the credit card account, Islamic credit card account, we have the customer request to Islamic credit card. In this case is Maybank Islamic Ikhwan Card facility from Maybank Islamic. So when customer go to the bank or Maybank, what's document they should bring for the first time they want to open the account? So the documents they should bring is first copy of IC and RIC. Second is official tax receipt with letters BE.
third is latest 3 months salary slip, and number 4 is 6 months saving account activity. This is 4 items that the customer should bring. But now, yeah, I believe in nowadays many business want to use credit card for their business. Okay, so customer self-employed, okay, not working with any other institutions, so they only should bring 2 documents. First is copies of business registration, and second is latest 6 months bank statement. So I believe now many people, many owners, many entrepreneur want to open the credit card account for their transaction daily for their business. So they should bring only these items only. So that's number 1 procedure. Okay, customer go to the bank and bring those documents. Next, after the banks already approve, okay, this customer can we can provide him a credit card. Okay, he can afford it. So the bank will open the Islamic credit card account. Okay, based on the document that the bank already go through, based on the things lah. Okay, the bank will open the Islamic credit card accounts based on customer credit worthiness. Okay, worthiness. Okay, then after the bank already open the Islamic credit card account for customer, that means the customer already own the credit card, have the physical credit card. Okay, so therefore appear step number 3, when the customer already have the credit card, of course they will use their credit card, right? Okay, the customer make a spot payment, okay, to the merchant for the products using the Islamic credit card account capability. The sum will constitute as an Ujrah from the Maybank Islamic to the customer. So every transaction that the customer use from using the credit card, okay, using the credit card to the merchant, so it's happen automatically. The bank will pay to the merchant automatically, but it be as Ujrah from the customer to the bank. Because why? Because the bank already pay it using their money earlier for the customer using the credit card. So here they have two flow. We can see that in the form itself, in the chart itself, I already draw from the customer to the Islamic credit card account, where they have credit to the Islamic credit card account, and from the customer to the merchant, because the customer already pay to the merchant but using the credit card from Maybank, then it also be a credit to the customer in their account. So it is be an Ujrah from the customer to the bank. Okay, so in the last step is number 4, from the customer to the bank. How this possible happen? So as we said earlier, that the customer already have an Ujrah, the customer have already have a credit in their Islamic credit card account. So the Ujrah is paid by the customer. Maybank Islamic will impose a fixed price on the customer, such as monthly service charge based on the actual cost of handling the transaction, or an annual service charge depending on the bank services provided. In addition to the service fee, the bank may also receive commissions from the merchants. I bring doctor and our fellow friends to the sample of documents. That's why I think, and before we need to sign any document, especially the big effect document that will affect our life, okay, we need to understand first, okay, the terms and conditions. We need to read the product PDS, product disclosure sheet, okay, so that in the future there is no things arise, okay. So here I bring 4 actually. Okay, this is first 2 on the right. Okay, on the left we have terms and condition. I provide the link there. that I can't put the full page because on the terms and condition only, if I'm not mistaken, has 16 pages. So you can see how much things that we need to understand before we can sign a contract. Okay. Furthermore, if it consider a lifetime contract, okay, because I believe we want to use the credit card lifetime, right? So on the right we have a terms and condition documents that we have to read. On the left we have a product disclosure sheet. Also, I believe 10 pages to up. Okay, 10 pages to up, 11 up pages. These two documents is the things that we have to fill. Okay, documents that we have to fill earlier when the first step, when the customer want to ask bank to open the Islamic credit card account for him. So on the right or on the left, I'm not sure already. Okay, the first one we have Maybank Islamic card Ikhwan card application form. This is the simple, the most basic form lah. We have to fulfill. We have to put it down our material, our name, etc. Okay. Next, the other side of the form, another one form is Maybank Islamic conversion form. What is called as Maybank Islamic conversion form? It is because if you already apply before this, if the customer already have Maybank credit card that is not Islamic, okay, they have been using it for years before, and now they have a knowledge that they should use an Islamic credit card. Therefore, Maybank create a form, okay, that just can converse it. Okay, I believe this is the fourth priority document that we have got. It is actually 3. This conversion form is for who have the conversion form earlier. So I believe these 3 or 4 document is important. Okay, for we to go through to fill in, and we have obviously. Okay, the main important one is the 2 earlier, which is the product disclosure sheet and the terms and condition form.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So I will share and present on the article regarding Islamic credit card. So we have picked 2 articles. First is written by Gustina Nur Aimi Puat and Ruzana Ramli on 2014, which is an empirical study on the practices of Ina and Ujrah concept in Islamic banking credit card, case study in Malaysia. Second is written by Abu Bakar Balarabe and Baba Uba Ibrahim in 2020, a review of Islamic credit card concept from Sharia perspective in Malaysia. Okay, so now we go by the first article. So the objective on this article is to analyze the Islamic concept offered by the Islamic banks in Malaysia for their credit card product, and they are focused on the Sharia concept of Baina during that time and the Ujrah. So the researchers has picked 3 banks, and they already conducted an interview session with the Sharia advisors or officers with the 3 banks, which are Maybank Islamic, Bank Simpanan Nasional, and HSBC Amanah Berhad. So during that time, Maybank Islamic and Bank Simpanan Nasional (BSN) are using the Sharia concept of Bainah for their Islamic credit card, while HSBC Amanah is using the concept of Ujrah for their Islamic credit card. Okay, now we go to the outcome of the interview from the session with the Sharia advisor of the bank. So first, Maybank Islamic. Why they use the buy-inah concept? This is because at the early stage of the introduction of Islamic credit card, they believe that this is the only contract that seems allowed and brings benefit to both parties, which is the bank and the customer, even though there are different opinions among the classical and contemporary jurists. And since the implementation of INA, there are no issues raised by the customers and the staff. As far as he or the Sharia advisor is concerned, the implementation seems smooth and has no drawbacks to both parties. And currently, they are using their building and the equipment for underlying assets in INA. So next, Bank Simpanan Nasional. So BSN use land as their underlying assets. And in terms of limitation of credit card, if the customers want to have a greater limit, the size of land will be larger than the customer that only needs the small limits. And the obvious problem here that mentioned by the Sharia advisor of BSN is the akad in terms of ijab and qabul that should be done between the customers and the staff. That the second akad was done by using phone call. So sometimes when the staff called the customer didn't understand the inner concept, and somehow took longer time for the customer to understand the concept. So this is one of the reason for BSN to change the INA into Ujrah principle or concept as their underlying contract for Islamic credit card. So between Maybank Islamic and BSN, BSN have some issues they are facing for their implementation of credit card with using the INA contract. So they are to change from INA concept to Ujrah to overcome this issue. So when they replace the concept like Ujrah, so they no longer need to call the customer to do the akad. So the customer can come to branch and already sign to do the akad only. So thirdly is HSBC Amanah. So HSBC Amanah, they are the pioneer in the establishment of Ujrah-based credit card established in Malaysia. So Ujrah-based credit card will be able to educate customer or clients in terms of disclosure about fees and charges involved in using the facility. This is why so it will increase the confidence of customer in using Syariah compliant product, as fees and charges associated with the service will be explicitly disclosed in the terms of and condition, the product disclosure sheet, and all the product documentation. So as compared to INA-based credit card, there is only the markup cost being disclosed without clear specification as to how much of this cost will be attributed to the management fees. So we see here there are some advantages in implement the Ujrah based credit card compared to buy-in credit card. So currently we can see here in 2022 now, most of the Islamic bank already using their Islamic credit card based on Ujrah rather buy-in concept. So from my research and survey also, there is only 2 Islamic bank in Malaysia only use the Tawaruk concept, which is Bank Rakyat and Bank Islam, and others are using the Ujrah concept and allowed by the Bank Negara Malaysia. Okay, now we go to the second article, which is a review of Islamic credit card concept from Syariah perspective in Malaysia. So in Malaysia, we currently use Tawaruk and Ujrah concept, but before we also have used the buy-in concept in Islamic credit card. So this article has discussed the legitimacy of these 3 Syariah concepts, which are buy-in, Tawaruk and Ujrah. So the majority of the scholars has disapproved of Bainah and Tawaruk and also criticized the Islamic credit card product based on Bainah and Tawaruk, which have Syariah issue. However, generally, the majority of Syariah scholars permitted Islamic credit card, like the Syariah Advisory Council of Bank Negara, the IIFA or IC, and the IUFI has permitted Islamic financial institutions to introduce Islamic credit card. And the findings highlighted that the credit cards based on the concept of Ujrah are acceptable mostly from the contemporary Syariah scholars if the structure operation is not involved with riba. And last but not least, currently in Malaysia, the Tawaruk and Ujrah concept are widely used in the Islamic credit cards product as approved and allowed by Syariah Advisory Council of Bank Negara Malaysia.